place, not least the last. Wear a mask. Take that class from Megan Side. You can save a life. Take a doc's advice. Not lots of light. No police taste. With a yes said a no. Economies closed over pathogens we can detect. The long incubation time in DNA fake and make the chain look correct. When in fact you could be infected, impact your loved ones with that neglect. Let's face it, the president's basic. Unlike his office, it needs respect and love. No fear now. I give love. No fear now. I want love. No fear now. I have love. No fear now. I give love. No fear now. I give love. No fear now. I want love. No fear now. I have love. No fear now. I value my freedoms, defend our rights, and I'll tweet it to let you know. With a post on the gram, long form on Facebook, YouTube with a live show. Our lives are material, foreign and spiritual, milk for this physical flow. Don't sit back and watch as we get to March and let's see how far we go. Stop spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine. Close contact and bumping into me in stores ain't happening. I'm not dying for a country that just sees me as a good again. They don't even see me unless it's because of questioning me. What you want, man? Love. I give love. No fear now. I want love. No fear now. I have love. No fear now. I need love. No fear now. I give love. No fear now. I want love. No fear now. I have love. No fear now. Hubris makes us vulnerable, also quite intolerable. Thinking we the best to pull wool over these vegetables. I ain't living miserable. Race and hate ain't invisible. Take a knee, indivisible. While my rights ain't admissible. If king is capital, queen is corona. If he holds the crown, she is the owner. Who is the master? Who's the controller? Can he give it up? Will she pass us over? That's love. No fear now. I give love. No fear now. I want love. No fear now. I have love. No fear now. I need love. No fear now. I give love. No fear now. I want love. No fear now. I have love. No fear now. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. I want love. No fear now, speak love. No fear now. Peace, peace, and plenty. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. This is March 5th, 2021. Thank you for tuning in to the Friday night open mic, the Global Peace open mic.
All right, let me get myself unmuted there, man. Here we go.
How you doing, Papa Biz? What's going on?
Oh, I'm just hanging here tonight in Kansas City, waiting for all the people to join us where we are here on the Global Peace Open Mic. Another night. Man, that almost rhymes anytime. Oh, Lord, I'm full of it tonight.
We rhyme when we talk. We got 21 people in the chat room right now. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful. We appreciate all of them, for sure.
How is your weather out there, brother?
Well, this week's been wonderful, wonderful. Got a chance to play some, disc golf, and that's always a good thing. Several times this week. So, yeah, we've had a real good, well, let's say that spring is kind of coming in, or March came in like a lamb. So they say that if it comes in like a lamb, they're going to go out like a lion. So we'll find out. We'll find out.
We got
for sure.
We got a few people. Gianfranco Calabretta has shared formula for world peace. So I looked it up. I saw that in the chat, and I had to look it hashtag F4WP is the formula for world peace. And so I want to share this. It's a 1-minute clip. And I want to share it with folks real quick because I think it's really dope.
Well, please do. Go right ahead.
In the house, Jerry Alatalo in the house, Guy Page in the house. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here with us. We're gonna have fun. We got a nice little night planned for y'all. So let me share this clip with y'all real quick. It's a very simple formula. It makes sense to me. I think it's common sense, and I'm happy it was shared. So let's share the audio. Chrome tab. like it makes sense. You know, doesn't that seem like it makes sense? It's so simple. It's like,
Yes,
you
for
know,
sure.
it's like it seems like clean air and water,
Yeah, you can't.
right?
Yes.
Stewardship of the planet, uh, good food, right? Health, like it
Yep.
seems like
Yep.
if
Yep.
it makes sense, will take care of people, both people and planet, right?
That makes sense perfectly.
And by taking care of people, you take care of you get rid of the need
Taking
for,
care of humanity. How about
yeah,
that?
you don't need there's not the haves and the have-nots, and you don't need police. We have
Oh,
such a
that would be wonderful to live in a world without police. Of course, that requires people to step up and take care of themselves as well as other people. So that's difficult for a lot of humans. Some humans ain't gotten that far yet.
I don't think police really help us be better humans, though. I
Well,
think
no, I don't either. I think you know what I've always said about the police is that they're a necessary evil. Sometimes in a the way we have structured our society as it is, not what it can be, but what it is. The type of society we live in now.
it is. We
So
need,
we would have to change a lot to get rid of the mentality of the that's been developed about the criminal mind, and I think that's all been developed. It's I mean, I'm not an expert in it. It's just my opinion, but that's the way I kind of feel that the police are a necessary evil in a civilized world because of the way we have civilized ourselves. Not necessarily do we have to be that way, you know. Thanks, best for you. Oh, cool. Thank you, Guy.
I had to
Appreciate.
put that on the screen. That
Yes,
needs to be
sir.
on the
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
that.
I agree
So,
with you, brother.
I
Let me
mean, I go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, go for it.
Well, no, I was just going to say, I mean, I don't have, of course, I don't have the answers about policing, but it appears that we've got to start taking a different approach of how we police human beings. Some people need I don't even know if some people need to be policed more than, I think some people need to be policed less than what they should be. And I think we're approaching most. I'd like to know how many calls they go on that could be resolved without someone showing up with a gun. That's the biggest problem.
That's the question right there.
The badge is not the problem because codes officers show up all the time at your house in Mobile to look at your house and make sure it's under code, right? They ain't got no gun. And if they have a problem, you deal with it.
The
It's okay. Well,
badge is not the problem. It's just where the
no.
dollars go. It's like when a mental health call goes out and a badge and a gun shows up. That's a problem.
Yeah, because then that individual you got to deal with doesn't give a damn about that badge or that gun, and we've seen it happen time and time again. So yes, some departments are making, in Kansas City now we have social workers that are not always. I mean, it's not like one-on-one. I think you need to have a squat social worker SWAT team that are social workers that go into situations to where they are just, they're on call 24/7. You have maybe they on call 8 hours. You got 3 people. I mean, you allocate your funds in different ways. That's kind of how I see it.
We got Paul Gregory checking in from Bangkok, Thailand. He
Get
says,
out of here.
When you have a hammer in your hand, every problem looks like a nail. He says,
no doubt.
He said,
but I know what he means. He's absolutely right.
You're absolutely right. When the cops show up to a mental health break or a child and somebody calls the police that a parent has smacked a man has smacked a child, and then somebody suspects child abuse. The police show up and they find a large black man with a young white appearing child. You know what I'm saying? They don't know.
Yes.
They don't know that the mother of that child is a white woman. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And they're offended horribly that this black man has slapped this white child, you know? And it doesn't even have to be that. It can be a black child playing with a toy gun in a park.
Well, let
You
me
know?
give you a prime example of how I have experienced white privilege in my neighborhood. Across the street, my neighbor had a truck, been sitting there for 2, 3 years, right? Don't run, right? White neighbors now. Finally, someone, I guess, got fed up, called the city, and the parking control come. Now, parking control does not come to the suburban neighborhoods unless they're called, okay? You don't just drive around looking for cars that have been, they don't know. They don't come unless they've been called. I know from my experience of working in city government. So I stood there and watched this happen. So she comes, out comes the white lady, my neighbor. Just, oh, wait, no, the truck don't want, I mean, I think I can get it started. Don't tow it away. And, it's not hurting anything. And the lady said, well, the tow truck is here already. And she said, well, let me get my husband to move it. And the tow truck driver, he comes up and he kind of says, he's just kind of standing back. Now, picture that if that had been a black woman coming out.
Right.
And okay, or the police parking control was a black woman.
Right.
That woman coming out. There would have been a whole different situation. And if that tow truck driver, it doesn't matter with him, he doesn't care. He gonna get paid a show up fee. His company's gonna make money whether he tows anything or not, the way the system's set up. So he just standing back watching how this all's going down, right? And so she was just, oh, I can move it. Let me. Her husband comes out in his pajamas and he's out there trying to get it started. And they pull his car up and they get it jump started. They would have never let that go in another neighborhood down in the central core of our city. I guarantee you, they would have called somebody.
You're totally right.
Sarah's on.
I love our community because they always see the our community always is able to see like not a problem, but
true
like a weak point, you could say, or
looking through different eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, when having people like our sister Sarah making comments is nothing, that helps me look at this situation a little different because they can cause problems. We're having that problem. That's why we're trying to pass a parent protection bill in Missouri for cannabis to keep social workers from taking kids away whose parents use cannabis. In Missouri, they can do that.
Hey, I'm going to do a song for y'all because this is an open mic and y'all are here on a Friday night and it's 8:15. That link that link going across the bottom of the screen for anybody who's watching is available for y'all. Y'all can reach out to us. And right now it's kind of hard to get in touch with me in this moment, but I have sent I've sent the link out to 30 of my friends, and we'll see who pops in this week. I had a couple of folks say they might show up. That was last week. Say they might show up this week. So I have sent out the live link for this is the second week in a row for friends to pop in. Next week I'm going to switch the link. So if you're watching it and you're thinking maybe I'll pop in, next week you won't get the link. Next week is going to be somebody else who gets the link. So if you're thinking about it this week, you might want to do it this week. Stop being scared. Dip your toes in the water. See what it feels like. So I'm going to do a song for y'all. I got a few songs on the queue tonight. I'm going to start off with No Fear Now, the same video that you just heard. I'm going to perform it for you. And as you see, I've changed my setup. I've changed my backdrop. And I've got the mic stand set up here, but I don't have my second camera set up. So I think you got to wait till next week when I can pop into the second camera to make the performance happen. But the performance is going to be like right there. It's like right behind me. So I've switched my setup and I'm ready to like pop up and perform, but I do need a second camera because I've tried to figure that out and I can't make the switch look nice. All right. So there's a transparency for you. Papa Biz, how does the mic sound? Because I can barely hear myself.
Sounds fine here on my end. I've got you I've got you on my speakers,
Cool.
and so I can hear you fine.
All right.
When you're performing, I turn the mic off here and then I plug you into my house speakers and I can sit here. It sounds like I'm right there with you, man.
Cool. So for everybody tuned in tonight, thank you for joining us. And if you have friends who are rappers, singers, poets, storytellers, any sort of spoken word artist or musical artist that has uplifting music for humanity, please send them our way because we want to put them on this platform. We have this platform available every Friday night, thanks to Veterans for Peace, from 8 p.m. until midnight Central Standard Time. So that's 4 hours live on Facebook and YouTube that you can share your music. You can, if you're an artist, you can share this link with your people beforehand and let them know that you're going to be here. So community is nice. I know we're all doing our own thing, but there's also some time to come together. All right. So let me get this screen share going and share some music for y'all. This is always interesting. Okay. I go over here. We got Everybody Arise first. So I lied to you. I said it was going to be No Fear Now. Let's do Everybody Arise. I just released this on Instagram. All right? Yeah. This is produced by Steve Wallace. It's on the Dirty South Chronicles. I want to say stop line 3. Let's say stop, hashtag stop line 3. We don't need any pipelines through Minnesota. There's no debate in this one blue planet. We gotta share it. This little rockin' space is third base is how God planned it. Souls are commanded, some understand it, some don't pray. Please overstand this is greed and lust I cast away. They manufacture in private poisons as public goods. The finest fight, prison pipelines and gentrified hoods. We front polluters flinging fat F's for fish kills. Foreclose on factory farms and forage for a meal. Forever fervent in my defense of the feminine Mother Earth and her medicine. Messages from forever when ancestors were the residents. Thankful there is evidence in text and monuments and warnings of what's next. How it all connects. Glacial melts and cleared fields. How will my lungs heal? How will my lungs heal? God's willing we kneel or sacrificially be vegan. I stand for peace and sign the Paris Climate Agreement. Seek meaning in every meeting, completing and not competing, believing and not deleting, scientific truth and teaching. My beliefs facing the fact, real fake takes work. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. Let's put her first. It's been a long time. We are the generation. Everybody arise. Everybody arise. The time is now. It's been a long time, y'all. It's all on us to make it right. Everybody arise. Everybody arise. I say peace to every single being who can feel me. Please let the flaws of man proceed freely. I don't take any. Leave these jewels and I'm Betty. Bouncing. Anti-war announcements and I'm Jenny. Get out of here. I'm for all the people I'm allowed to be. I'm in here. Can't nobody take this person out of me. You in here. You about to hear what we about to see a future. For all our future generations, harmony. Gardens don't need guarding, no more greed, no more misogyny. My God, this modern world is an assault on our arteries. Guy has been downgraded and garnished for our fancy fees. Imagine walking and running for hundreds of miles and still you can't be free. Fill the streets, fill the squares, make this heaven on earth. Local grown, global home, for the better or worse. Farmers markets, earth domes, make it pop with the perks. This is real, facing mass extinction, what could be worse? Put science first, for the earth, the only one that we got. Then go to synagogue, church, and mosque, and pray a whole lot. My beliefs based in the fact that real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real, let's take care of the earth, y'all. Come on, it's up to us. You know, it's been a long time coming. Since I was born, we've known about climate change. 30, 40 years. Come on, man. Come on, woman. Let's stand in solidarity with the indigenous people of the planet. The melanated people, the global south, as we so aptly like to call it, so inappropriately like to call it. We got to unify, y'all. We got to unify. The time is now. The time is now. We are the people. We are the ones. We are the generation we've been waiting on. Thank you, Papa Biz. I love you, man. I love you, brother. I love you. I do some work with this powerful sister, Rachel Dawn, from grad school. And she works with this organization called Water Spirit. We had Water Spirit on Stand Down Live this past Wednesday. And she put me in touch with this brother, a Arush, Aarush, I believe pronounce his name Arush. And he's a college student up in Jersey who took me into who's tapped me into the Stop Line 3 development, or the change that's trying to happen in Minnesota. The state of Minnesota trying to put in a new pipeline and leave the old one there, which is decrepit, needs to be replaced, needs to be like removed because we don't need stands, right?
Right.
But they want to put in a second one. So not only will the old one that's decaying and rotting still be there, but there'll be another one. Like, so you're not getting the message and you're going to compound it. So I made a little video of Everybody Arise, a short to support the MN 350 movement, the Stop Line 3 movement, and I'm going to make more videos with that song in different whatever. I'm going to break it up in different ways and share it as well to support that movement some more. Yeah, this is just
all right. Sound like a plan, brother.
Paul Gregory, we're happy that you found us as well. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Phil Ford said, and when they don't, I don't know what he's talking about. Papa Biz is louder than Mega Scythe. Oh, Papa Biz is louder than me. Thank you, Sarah. See, that's helpful because I don't want to I can't wear the headphones for 4 hours.
You can.
I mean, I can, but
well,
how's that now? Is that better? Is that better for my volume?
I don't know. I can't. I hear you fine.
You can't. Okay. Sarah, are you still there? How does that sound to you, Sarah? Paul Gregory, 5x5 in Bangkok. I don't know what that means. Is that like a 6x6 cell? What is 5x5 mean?
Well, in Bangkok or in some parts of the Asian world, they live in really small container-like situations. I know in Tokyo they do. I've seen, so maybe that's, I don't know. I'm guessing. Okay. So maybe the brother can tell us.
He says radio talk.
Radio talk.
Must mean okay. I guess 5x5 means okay or something. I don't know what it means.
5x5. I know 10-4 usually it means okay. 10-4 over and out. But that might be old school. I don't know. Could be. I'm just here.
Alan, we got support for that.
No doubt
for that. Help stop fascism.
He reads this 5x5, so he reads this clear, loud and clear.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Paul Gregory. I appreciate that, brother. Sound is perfecto. Nice. Jerry Alatalo says. Well, good. Brother. I got this book from excuse me, I'm gonna stand up real quick.
All right, while he's gone, folks, I'm going to sing a song. So if he comes back before I get started, I'll stop. So, he got back.
No. Can you? Is that coming in backwards?
No, bro. I can see it. Well, I'll read it for you. So they're bankrupting us, and 20 other myths about unions.
Yep, by Bill Fletcher Jr.
Who's Bill Fletcher Jr.?
This is an incredible read, y'all. This is a great book. This is a very active brother. He's on the advisory board of Veterans for Peace. And he's a labor organizer. He's been that's what he's been doing
That's an interesting title.
Yeah, because it's the myth, right? The myth is that the unions are.
Oh, yes, right. They're
right.
not.
The myth is that the unions make the people suffer, but it's
just
really
the opposite.
Class. Yeah, it's exactly.
Yes, it's the capitalist class that make it suffer because they want to continue to do whatever they want to do with the money that they get. And so it is what it is, and unions are very important. And
he starts it off with workers are forced to join unions, right? And then he breaks down that myth. So he just goes through the book breaking down the myths about unions in this country, because there's a lot of uninformed people who listen to news outlets, uninformed news outlets, and then go out in the world and claim to know what's going on. So that's a very special thing. I am 3 weeks away from eye surgery on my right eye. 3 weeks away. It's going to take a month to recover fully. So that month, the whole month of April, we're definitely not going to be here. The last week of March and all of April, we're not going to be here. And I'm really, I'm so thankful that I'm able to go and get my eyes taken care of.
Yes.
In the 2 months that we've been doing this show, I have seen my vision dramatically decrease. Like just now, picking up the book to try to share something with y'all, I have this light above my head because that's the only way I can read. I need daylight. I need light that replicates daylight. And I've got to bring the book, like, to not make it fuzzy. It's got to be like in my face to the point, and it hurts. Like, I love to read, and I'm at a point now where my eyes hurt, and it's the saddest thing.
It's not cataracts, is it?
It's not cataracts. It's Fuchs. It's macular degeneration. The cells, the cells in my cornea are breaking down. They're degenerating. And it's making me tear up right now when I talk about it because I'm a writer, So I'm like,
Well, the surgery will correct the problem then.
Yeah.
Well, good. And you'll be able to rest up when you come back.
Yeah. And then later on, the left eye. Yeah.
Okay.
I just have like I don't want to lose my vision. I don't want to.
Whoa. I can't imagine. I can't, some people say, well, walk a mile in the shoe. No, I don't want to go around and can't see. All right. So, I had cataract surgery done, so I can see things far away like I was a young person, but close up, I have to have basically magnifying glasses on my eyes because I can't. Well, I can read some. Depends on how big the print is. If it's a big print, I can read pretty good without any kind of glasses. Like I can read everything on my computer screen that's in front of me, and the scrolling of our tag or where to find out.
I can read when there's light. I can read when there's light, but the problem is when there's not light. Hey, I'm gonna do some more music. All right,
go ahead.
Music, and I hear from music. It's called Global Peace Open Mic. They want music. Let me give y'all some music. We don't have any guests, and what can I say? I've been trying to get them here. I can't twist people's hands and make them come. So I can just do what I can do. And I enjoy y'all for being here. I thank y'all for being here. And I'm gonna give y'all some music to share, to vibe to. And get my mind off of things. I might do 2 songs.
And now to get your mind off of anything from around the world, it's Mega Safe. Just had to say that, bro. I'm sorry. It comes over me.
We got No Fear Now. Also produced by Steve Wallace. What we want. We need love. This is what we lead. I want love. This is the equation for the world. I said, wash your hands, get it right. Good hygiene can save your life. Keep your hands out your face, especially in a public place. Not least the last, wear a mask. Take that class from Mega Sight. Save a life, take a doc's advice. Not lots of light, no bleach taste. With a yes and a no. Economies closed over pathogens we can detect.
The long incubation diamond DNA fake and make the chain look correct. When in fact, you could be infected, impact your loved ones with that neglect. Let's face it, the president's basic. Unlike his office, it needs respect and love. No fear now, we need love. No fear now, it's all love. No fear now, we need love. No fear now. Yo, Biden, don't get offended if you hear that. You know, it was written for the office before you. You got to step up. You've been doing a good job. I value my freedoms, defend our rights, and I tweet it to let you know. With a post on the gram, long form on Facebook, YouTube with the live show. Our lives are material, pouring the spiritual milk for this physical flow. Don't sit back and watch as we get to March and let's see how far we go. Stop spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine. Close contact and bumping into meat in stores ain't happening. I'm not dying for a country that just sees me as a good again. They don't even see me unless it's because of questioning me. Like, what you want? Make it do it, hands off, man. Love. No fear now, we need love. No fear now, it's all love. No fear now, where's the love? No fear now, I need love. No fear now, I give love. No fear now, believe in love. No fear now, I eat love. No fear now. Said Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. I said hubris makes us vulnerable. Intolerable. The best pull wool over these vegetables. King is capital. Queen is Corona. If he holds the crown, she is the owner. Who is the master? Who's the controller? Can he give it up? Will she pass us over with that love? No fear now, we need love. No fear now. Live music is always fun. Without the headphones, without the little earpiece, if you lose your spot, can you get back? Fear now, it's all love. No fear now, we need love. No fear now. I say diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. I need love. No fear now. Yo, this is I Want to Beware. This is not released. I want to be where it's safe in the street. Yeah, safe to breathe and safe to eat. Safe to party and then safe to leave. I want to be where we can all truly breathe. Belief in the trust that gave birth to this song. Extended family is safe and we all get along on every city block. Peace culture is strong. OGs brag about kindness, not right or wrong. My heart tattered on my arm and the psalm was real. Superficial evidence of ancient seals and red seals. Reveal my wealth, choose who I show my love for. Wherever we are walking, there's no rumor of a war. What has more color than rainbows and black pride? Celebrations of the earth, brother is life. That's the highest price. Yeah, I make a sight, AA, spread your wings and shine your light. I wanna be where I am, aware, beware. I am where I wanna be, where, aware, beware. I am where I wanna be, where I wanna be, where I wanna be. I wanna be where I am, aware, beware. I am where I wanna be, where, aware, beware. I wanna be where I am, aware. I work hard so I can go to sleep in peace at night. Say produce and build pathways, expand the site. Prioritize my dream to purchase on foreign beaches. Parlaying in peace on pretty white sands in paradise. With no worries of a no-knock or kicked in doors. She is the victim of a state lock and age-old wars or race wars. And xenophobes building up walls of fake news. And evil bloodlines faking the call. Call your thugs. I walk this dotted line to the end. Face my fears, slay the beast, and then stop it again. Given our choices, our voices, a highly prized weapon. Each day is blessed. Don't plant your tents in the wind. Difficult tests and storms continually break in. Hold space to struggle us, creating this beautiful world and this incredible, amazing array of possibilities for any of us to change things. I want to be where I am, aware, beware. I am where I want to be. Where? Aware, beware. I want to be where I am. Beware.
beware, beware. I wanna be where I am, aware, beware. I am where I wanna be. Where? Aware, beware. I wanna be where I am, aware, beware, beware. I'm gonna put Red on hold for now, on a quick hiatus, and come back and talk to my brother Papa Biz for a quick moment. So performing live, you know what I'm saying? I'm performing live for y'all, brand new tracks, some of them brand new tracks, without, as you see, without headphones on. So I don't have the music playing in my head. There's no earpiece, so I'm not getting fed my lyrics. I'm coming from memory, in the moment, in the mix of talking to you. So, you know, like the artist breaking the fourth wall and like setting up the scenario and the mood to perform. That wall is being broken down here. And I know that's why a lot of people can't really get into this vibration, because to have a conversation with somebody and then slide into your music is not the way a lot of folks do it. And that's cool, but you know, break out of your box. There's community for different types of reasons. You know, people need the healing vibrations of music and the artists to be part of their conversation, you know. Artists see things in a very unique way, and so the lyrics show that, but also the conversation of the artists gives something different. So I'm going to put the banner back, and I'm going to continue the call for my friends and artists that I don't know, artists who aren't my friends yet, to come be part of this community, because it's a valuable, it's a vibrant, you know, it's a valuable community. I can't say it's vibrant with 15, 25 people watching us. Artists are like, oh, I need more people to watch me. Well, then come and bring your folks. You know what I'm saying? Come and bring your folks and let's have a party. And that's how we change the world, you know?
Let us experience your music, whatever it might be, whatever you choose to bring to it. That's why we've set this open up, not for me and my brother here to talk about, because we could do that all night long. We got opinions, and some of it's fact and some of it's just opinions. But music is soothing to the human body. We know that. And for us folks who are, I don't want to say non-believers, because I believe in a lot of shit, but some stuff I don't believe in. So just tell your friends. I know we have, 10 or 15 folks watching, but it's open. We want to hear what kind of music you do. There was a cat here in Missouri last week. Who wanted to?
I love you, brother. Sorry to cut you off, Papa Biz. I hear you. Talk.
No, yeah. So this cat last week was named Lance, and he said, could he present music? And we said, yeah. So where's he this week? He was there last week, wanting to know about he does videos. He makes his own music. I don't know if it's electronic or what, but we encourage him. Hey, check it out, send it in. Let's see what you got. But we ain't heard from it, so it's all good. But anybody that's in Vets for, I don't know how many people in Vets for Peace there are. I don't know how many. How many members you got? How many members we
got about 3,000 members, and I've got my brother. I know my brother, James Toller, is going to be with us at some point. But he's I don't want to get the country wrong. I think he's in Prague, Czech Republic. But he's
that's good.
But it's a time zone difference, and so we got to figure out you got to figure out the timing to be here. The Czech Republic is like 8 hours. What is that? 8 hours behind.
Yeah, at least. So, no, well, I mean, actually right now it's probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, they're behind us. They're
oh no. Oh
yeah, they're ahead of us. I'm sorry. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, exactly.
That's all right. The world, I think it goes, from east, like that, I don't know, maybe it goes that way. If you're really high, it's liable to go this way.
Right. There's the time thing. The link that people see in the link that everyone sees in the banner can be used to contact us and send a submission. It can also be used to send in an MP4, a completed performance video.
Yes.
If you're feeling shy about being here and getting, maybe asked questions or having to perform live, if you think your sound setup isn't that good, or you just just don't feel comfortable being live,
Right.
send us an MP4 or a .mov. I would prefer MP4, but send it to us and we can review it and share it. As long as you're not killing people on the track and
for sure.
selling things. If you're not selling drugs or women and children or people, if you're uplifting the spirit and humanity, we'll probably put you on here. So it's Saturday in Thailand. Yes, I know y'all are ahead of us. See, that's the thing. That's the right way. Yeah, they're behind us. No, I see what you're saying, because for them it's they're 6 hours ahead of us, 8 hours ahead of us. Thank you.
Well, hang on here a minute.
Are you looking up time zones? I can
Well,
tell.
see, in Paris it's 3:43 in the morning in Paris.
Right.
Las Vegas is 6:43 p.m., but it's 3:43 a.m. in Paris. In Tokyo, Thailand, it's 11:43 the next day.
It's
tomorrow.
Right.
They in the future.
Right. I love that.
If anybody from Tokyo, you could bring something from the future. All right. There you go. Ho Chi Minh City, it's 9:43 a.m. in the morning. They're getting ready for a little bit of Ho Chi Minh City now.
What time is it in Bangkok, Thailand, since you're clearly on
it'd be the same thing, 9:43 a.m. They're on the same time zone.
Well, Paul,
Thailand,
us this Saturday morning.
Yeah, this should be Saturday morning for him.
What does breakfast look like in Thailand? I'm kind of curious.
Cool. There you go. Yeah. See, man, I know. Thank you, Paul. I've never been to Thailand. I'd like to go to Thailand. I've been to Taiwan. I
would love to go to Thailand.
I'd actually like to go to Vietnam too. I've never been there, and they are very welcome of Americans. I can tell you that. And there's lots of work being done in veterans, different veterans organizations, and helping a lot of our Asian children still there, Scott, and a lot of Agent Orange related issues to children and to their children. That stuff don't ever go away.
Look at that. Typically rice and fish and veggies. That sounds delicious.
Oh, man, it'd be hard to give up my oatmeal, man.
Your oatmeal?
That's what I eat for breakfast, man. I've got a routine that works, keeping me happy. So, pretty much, yeah. Sometimes I'll eat, but most of the time, yeah, I got a whole recipe of what I put in my oatmeal. It's, I have a whole ritual that I do with it. I use hemp seed and hemp butter and honey and raspberries, strawberries, and bananas.
I eat different things all the time. Paul says you can get anything here. We know. I'm
sure. Yeah.
Delicious in Thailand. I love Thai food, by the way.
His kids eat Cheerios.
I want to say hi to Austin Grace. Austin has checked in and said hi. And Holly, I see you up there, Holly Edwards. Yes, music is very therapeutic. And on that note, let me give y'all another song. We've already been here 45 minutes. It's kind of incredible how quick the time passes.
I guess so when you're having fun.
Are you able to hear me nice and clear when I perform, brother?
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I mean, I hear it. Like I said, I put it on my big speakers in my little studio here and hear it fine. So, gives my ears a rest. And
hi, Kathleen.
Kathleen Hernandez.
Cheerios. Your kids eat Cheerios, and you're eating rice and veggies. Give your kids some rice, Paul. Stop letting them eat the Cheerios.
I don't know, man. Cheerios are all right.
Crocus and Toblerone. There's all sorts.
Depends on what they put in the Cheerios, man.
There's all sorts of weird stuff in Cheerios, man. Cheerios are marketed as this healthy food, but if you look at the ingredients, they're really not. Like only the first one. I think the first one is
Well, it's processed food, brother. So yeah, you don't get what you get. Oatmeal is even the oatmeal I eat is different than a raw cut oatmeal. I eat a processed oatmeal. It's
he says his kids have been too spoiled. All of our kids have. Kathleen, I think I said hi to you. Hi, Kathleen. It's very good to see you here with us. I'm gonna do red for y'all. I'm gonna share red for y'all, and then if somebody joins in, I think we're gonna stay. Let's stay on for another hour tonight. I think folks might have come in last week a little later. Had we stayed on, I think we got off really quick last week.
I'm cool with that.
I was super duper tired last week. So let's give folks a little more time to come in because I've got really good friends and it's just a matter of timing sometimes.
Oh, maybe.
Go for it. Go for it. Before I share, go for it.
Well, I was just going to say maybe I could do the an oral interp of a song called "Eve of Destruction."
Yes, please. Let's do it after. I'll do this, and then we'll do the Eve of Destruction.
Okay, good.
That's a nice intro for the Eve of Destruction, y'all. This song is called Red. This is like the root chakra. You know, red is the color of the root chakra, and your root chakra really grounds you. You know, it grounds you as makes sense for the root, but you got to think of like your fear, flight or fight response. You know. The things that your basic needs, your primal necessities, right? Food, shelter, clothing, medicine. So red is about the idea of things falling apart and being rooted anyway. Okay. And so this is Red Chakras, inspired by Dale Novella. The poet will be televised, and the color challenge that was put out. So let me share this with y'all. Red and black stones all in my charm. From the base of my spine, bring the nation to calm. Energy rising, and you coming along. Hey, catch the wave or get lost in the storm. The last days, with power in palm. Red horse, so far beyond RBG. It's more than charm. The red stripe, it's for the bloodshed, the harm. What I be on, peak in the mouth, the meters. I reek in the mouth, the eaters of flesh, I root the matter. Another to meet the leaders of unlocking life secrets. We just speaking truth to life. What's the matter with no weakness? Weakness. We got basic primal needs. This color increases. I churn roots and shoot them back to pieces. Vitality, my thesis. I'm grounded and rooted but hungry. That's why I beast this. Beast this. Mulad Adra. The first of 7 chakras. Unlocked to advance. Please repeat the mantra. I am free of anger. I am free of guilt. I am free of fear. And though I may be killed, I am free of pain. And this is how I'm built. And since I'm meant to be here, I make it felt. If I knelt on my knees or sat in the lotus, compose this in red clay on a bed of roses. Surrounded or alone, rhythmic prose exposes. I am well grounded, part the Red Sea like Moses. You know it's just components of the wholeness. These little moments in the onus, they don't own us. They pass over us like moods or coronas. Atmospheric interferences and movie auras. 200-foot red carpets on the floor for all of us. Why you buying what's in store when you so glorious? Splash obnoxious, shown to make the people dance. The flow defies logic because it's basically advanced. The foundation is earth. The vision is cosmic. These stones are black opal and red sardonyx. Finish your food. So that's something I had fun. That's something I had fun doing.
Yes.
And then I finished it off with finish your food because you know it's so primal and there's so many food references in it. And then my children, my 5-year-old especially, likes to get this plate of food and not eat. He likes to like pick through it. And as Paul Gregory says, he likes to be picky and spoiled. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna eat the walnuts and the fish, like the tomatoes and the spinach and come on, like mushrooms. I don't eat mushrooms. What do you mean you don't eat mushrooms? How do you not eat like you
Uh,
know? Children are funny. Babies
yeah.
eat anything you give them, right? Babies
Usually, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Babies will
yeah.
eat anything. You introduce it to them in small portions. Babies will usually eat anything as long as it doesn't taste sour. Babies will eat just about anything.
Yep.
And then the child turns 4 or 3 or 4 or 5. They realize they have this word called no.
Yeah.
They realize that you listen to this
Mhm.
word and they start using it on you and they use it
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time. And then you're negotiating and
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
well, please,
Well,
well,
it hasn't changed. It's the same with me. My kids are grown, but it's the same thing. In different levels. That's all.
oh
Yeah, for
man.
sure. Yeah.
Man. I mean, it's incredible. Paul Gregory says power. Yeah. I'm
All
sure
right.
he feels that. He's like, you put something, you spend a lot of time and energy, and they're using their power, right? I feel what you're saying. You spend a lot of time and energy creating like this meal for them, this feast. And then you feel like it was what was the point? Well, it was just a waste of time. I could have made this for myself and given you like chicken fingers and French fries.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the joys of being a parent.
I love it.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I understand. I sure relate. Just in
Yeah.
a different stage. You go through different stages with children. Mine are, of course, grown and they have their own children. So it's just a whole another level.
Your
So,
children are probably my age.
yeah, my oldest be 43 this May,
Wow.
and my youngest will be 36 2 weeks. No, the 23rd of this month.
Bless. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You
yeah.
got some oral interpretation for us, brother?
Well, you were talking. You said you thought that the song "Eve of Destruction," so I guess you're familiar with the lyrics of "Eve of Destruction."
I am.
Okay.
Are
Well,
you
it
gonna
was written. Well, it was written by P.F. Sloan, 19 years old, in 1965. Now you got to think about what was happening, folks, in 1965. We'd had the assassination of the President of the United States, the start of the Vietnam War. All of these things were going on, and this young kid, 19 years old, was a staff member for Barry McGuire's record label and wrote this song. I'm assuming he wasn't a singer, otherwise he might have recorded it himself. But it's been recorded by a lot of different people, and it's called Eve of Destruction. I hope you enjoy it. The Eastern world, it is exploding. Violets flaring, bullet loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, but what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River has bodies floating. But you tell me over and over again, my friends, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction? Don't you understand what I'm trying to say? Don't you fear the fears that I'm feeling today? If a button is pushed, there's no run away. There's no one to save when the world is in a grave. Take a look around you, boy. It's bound to scare you, boy. And you tell me over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction? Yeah, my blood's so mad it feels like coagulating. I'm just sitting here contemplating. I can't twist the truth. It knows no regulations, and a handful of senators, they don't pass legislation. Marches alone can't end integration, and the whole human race is just disintegrating, and this whole crazy world is just too frustrating. You tell me over and over again, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction? Think of all the hate there is in Red China. Then take a look around to Selma, Alabama. You may leave here for 4 days in space, but when you return, it's the same old place, the pounding of the drum, the pride and disgrace. You can bury your dead, but don't leave a trace. Hate your next door neighbor, but don't forget to say grace. And you tell me over and over again, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. You don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Thank you. That's it. That's what I got.
Anthony Ben Valentino says, I want Papa Biz to read me a story every night.
Oh, wow. Well, okay.
I think you have I don't think he means anything weird by that. I think you have.
Oh, I don't take it as weird.
You got that radio voice, brother.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, that's true. I do.
You
I
sound
can't
like
help.
you sound like what's his name? What's that? What's the guy who like lived for looked the same forever? The radio, the TV personality with the radio voice. Dick Clark. You got
like Dick Clark. You see,
Dick
oh,
Clark.
well, that's nice. That's nice to know that I sound like Dick Clark. Yeah, that sounds good. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, can I do one more before? Can I do one more? I'd like to do now.
I think so.
There is. Well, wait a minute now.
It seemed, first of all, the eve of destruction is super deep. I've heard it before. I don't know if you read it to me or if I heard it. I guess you said a lot of people have read it, have done it.
Yeah, there's several people have recorded it. But the main recorder was Barry McGuire, who was with the Christie Minstrels, and he broke away with this particular song, and he never really had another major hit. He's kind of them one-hit wonder guys, and so
I heard that. Okay,
and when it first came out, AM radio wouldn't play it. The only people would play it was college radio, and maybe an NPR was nothing in 1960. Well, I think Barry McGuire recorded it in '68. So there was a lot of, and FM was just coming on the market right then. And so FM would, but AM would stay away from it. It's controversial, but I feel like it applies today. Of all those things that you heard in those lyrics, you can close your eyes and you can hear 2021. It don't take much to change the things.
Oh.
And those, and it's so it's important.
What's up, Al? Thanks for joining us, Al.
Yeah,
you know, brother, I would like to do some. I'd like to really get into some really heavy radio history with you. It seems like this would be the right place to really get into independent radio and breaking it down.
Well, there's two. Whatever you want to talk about, there's two kinds of. Oops, excuse me, I'm out of sight. There's to me, there's two types of community radio. Okay, I mean, you got public radio. That is a corporate public radio thing, and it's a good thing. It serves a purpose. It has its place on the dial, and you also have community radio. But there's two basic formats in community radio. One is the listener-supported radio, which means everything you do benefits that listener. It's not about the programmer. It's not about the program. It's about what the listeners want to hear. Truly listener supported radio. Most of community radio in America is not that way. Most of it is club radio.
Okay.
Where you have a nonprofit and but you have set rules. Certain people can be on the air. You have to do so many volunteer hours. If you do things outside of the structure of the organization, you won't have a show anymore. So and the programs, the main difference in club radio and listener supported radio will have a program committee that's made up of listeners, not programmers. Club radio has nothing but programmers who are the DJs. They don't call them DJs, they call them programmers. Some do, some call them DJs. But the DJs are on the program committee. So if you and I both had a program on the show, on this radio station, and what is this support radio KP? Is dying? Yes, she's right. It is. Because there's so much more people can listen to now than terrestrial radio. So when you have this club radio mentality, then it is based upon the programmers and the active members or the corporate members of the nonprofit organization. They're corporate members. They call them, some people call them active members, or they just call them members. They control the whole station. So That means that if you wanted to put a new show on, if you had a show and I had a show, we ain't going to want to change our hours. We want to keep our show on. So if you got 9 members on a program committee, how do you introduce new programs? How do you introduce new individuals who want to be involved?
Yeah.
So when in my experience with community radio, it was very clubbish, very cliquish, progressive in a lot of its programming. I'm not going to deny that most community radio is very progressive, and that's a good thing. There's good things about community radio, but most of your community radios are run by volunteers. The board is volunteer. The DJs are volunteer, so they feel they have a real vested interest to as they should, and they should have some interest in the programming. But then again, if you're really there for the listener, then the listener has to have an input. The listener has to be involved on every level of the organization that it can be. Otherwise, you're just a little bit, here's what happened with a lot of community radio stations. They got involved and they wanted to get that National Public Radio money. So they went around, can we get a freestyle for the end of the show? Yeah, for sure. Don't forget it.
I put it up there because yes, definitely.
Yes, for sure. So you get this whole chasing the money. Public radio chases the money of the corporations for public broadcasting. That's where your tax dollars, my tax dollars go. So these public radio stations are always chasing the money. Higher ratings for shows, more this or that. So they're kind of always chasing that money. Now, so what happens usually in community radio stations, they just get tired of chasing that type of money. So they go after the listener, and they try to go after some corporate money, more progressive corporations, but they don't have the listenership. They don't have the amount of, and the way that the way you have to judge your listenership is the same way that any terrestrial radio station is, by the antiquated ratings that they have they give you a rating sheet, and they say, how many times do you listen to radio? And so then they say, okay, this guy is so old, he listens to this much. Then they say, okay, X amount of people. The arbitrage, that's what I was trying to think of. And commercial radio and television, I mean, that's how they base the rates for their commercials. Well, community radio doesn't seem to think they need to worry about our arbitrage. But community radio really is appointment radio. You make an appointment in your own head to listen to a particular show because it ain't on every day.
Wow.
Like even in public radio, it's on every day. Community radio, you'll find I'm sure there's probably, I think there's a community radio station in Mobile.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I wonder how, if it's set up listener supported or club radio. Oh, howdy.
What time is it? 9 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock at night. She's been operating since 7 in the morning.
Jeez.
And she's not even.
Maybe you need to go take care of your wife, brother. Maybe we need to just,
But she's not a resident anymore. It's like, that's insanity. The hours are insane. So your doctor who operates on you might have been operating for more than 12 hours. I think 16 hours. We were talking about it last week. 16 hours is the national legal limit for a surgeon to
now work. Who lobbies for that?
Exactly.
Who lobbied to make that law? Well, that's what I want to know. I bet you it was the hospitals and people who got money invested in the health system.
It was
it's all about the money,
but it wasn't the surgeons. People think the surgeons.
Oh, of course not.
People think the surgeons are taking advantage. It's really the administrators. The administrators are making way more than the surgeons, and lobbying to keep it small.
Keep it that way.
It's insane.
Sure. And they lobby the insurance companies because the insurance companies get their money from us, and it's just a pass through. That's all the insurance companies are. They're just pass throughs, and it's a gamble. They're gamble that you're gonna, not get sick, and you gamble that you're gonna get sick. I only see my doctor once a year. I should get a discount. I should get a discount on my money, on my health care. because I only see my doctor once. But I'm paying 100 and whatever Medicare is coming out of my Social Security, $140.
The two voices, like the good and the bad voice. You're like
Yeah.
the voice that's always been with me, that like think that's saying what I'm always thinking. And you're like I don't. I'm just gonna.
Oh well,
you.
I don't know. I just think that there's got to be if it's about health. Here's another thing I want to rant off for just a minute. You know, hospitals can't smoke tobacco on the hospital. Can't even work for the fucking hospitals if you smoke tobacco, right? But I sure can drink alcohol and take all kinds of pharmaceutical and what I need to. But there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I got Best Days of My Life in the queue for you as the next song. Best Days.
All right.
My song
Best
about
day.
Kicked out the Marine Corps for smoking weed.
Oh, yeah. See, and that's crazy. I see hypocrisy there. I see the health industry being hypocritical when they say, well, you can't smoke tobacco and work for us. Okay. But you can have a little drink every now and then, and you take in pills that the psychiatry wants you to take because you're under anxiety for fucking working 16 hours a day. But you can't smoke that tobacco now. I don't know what that's all about. That to me is just probably about money. Most of that shit is.
Thank you for joining us, Patrick. I think this is sounds like a very good comment. Before there is peace, we must have change in the sick system of government. Why are you yelling at me, Patrick? I agree with you 100%. I guess you're not yelling at us. You're yelling at the world. He's like a very.
Oh, does he think I'm yelling?
No, he is all caps. It's all caps.
Oh, he's yelling at
he's
the world.
living passionately. He says, before there is peace, we must have change in the sick system of government.
I agree, brother.
Skull, swords, rose, prayer. He's like living passionately. It's very beautiful.
Yep, I understand that. Wow, I do.
Going crazy right now. Y'all are loving this. They are loving you, Pops. Your rant, as you call it, has gotten people worked up.
Well, I tell you what, it just is what it is, you know.
I think
I just see
we're preaching to the choir.
Well, you know what it is, brother. I'm limited on the amount of time I got left. I know what I got left. Probably 20. If I'm real healthy, I'll get 30. Okay, that'll put me up in the hundreds because I'm 72 now. Will be this year. So I try to live a little bit faster in regards to what I want people to understand what I believe in. Because once I'm gone, that's it for this guy. Yeah, you won't get nothing that these videos will look at. So okay.
You
see, here's the thing. I'm going to have the last radio broadcast at my funeral. Everybody going to sit there and listen to my ass for at least 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. Because that's going to be the last broadcast, the last time you hear anything from me. And I've been working on it. I've got ideas for it. That's crazy, but
Jerry Alatalo, you get the Super Fan Award right now. You get the Super Support Award for he put the
yes. Thank you, Jerry.
How artists can get their music into us.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate.
If an artist is watching this, that is the most wow. That is the most clear form of evidence you can have that our audience is engaged, that they know how you need to get the music in. So there are people here, artists out in the world. I know you said you send your music into folks and you pay for subscriptions and you do all this stuff to get your music out because I'm an artist and you want feedback. This is a community that's going to give you feedback, honest, raw, real feedback. Like you should we have a platform every Friday night from 8 p.m. until midnight Central Standard Time. You can come share your music. If your music is for the community, for the people, for the planet, you can come share your music. You have a platform to get your music out. And we want to hear it. So please share.
Hey, you want me to do one more? Or not? It's
9/11. No, I do.
Well,
I do.
Now, an artist that I truly have done a lot of oral interp with this guy. and I think we did one. I don't know if I've done this one or not. I don't think I have. It's called "I Got Stoned and I Missed It." It's written by Shel Silverstein, who, for those who are not familiar with his work, he was a prolific writer for the beginning of Playboy. He wrote most of the lyrics for the rock band Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, and hooked up with them at the beginning of their career and really made their career happen with the lyrics. He wrote probably 90% of their music the first couple of years. And then at the end of his career, believe it or not, he was a very successful children's book writer, which is, I would recommend folks go look up his children's books. You'll be pleased with his work. So this is something, because I am a can evangelist for those who maybe, or I always try to get a plug. For those who are not aware, that's just all things cannabis. And I kind of like, I think that one should not take himself really that serious in life. And so I relate to this tune, and maybe if you consume cannabis, you might too. It's called "I Got Stoned and I Missed It." I was sitting around in my basement, rolling myself a taste of something green, gold, and glorious to get me through the day. Then my friend Miles yells through the basement window, "Hey, Papa Biz, there's a cat on the corner giving $100 bills away." Well, I sat around a bit, and then I had another hit. Then I thought about my mama, and then I rolled a bomber, and then I got stoned and I missed it. I got stoned and I missed it, and it rolled right by. Well, it took me 7 months of urging to get that local girl up to my place with sweet face to kind of, fool around a bit. And then the next day, when she woke up oh so rosy, she snuggled up to this old man so cozy, and she asked me how I liked it. Oh, Lord, I hated to admit that I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it, and it rolled right by. I ain't making no excuses for the many things I uses to brighten up my relationships and sweeten up my day. And when this earthly race is over and I'm ready for the clover, I'll have to ask. And if they ask me how my life has been, I'll just say I was stoned and missed it. I was stoned and I missed it, and it rolled right by. Thank you.
Woo! I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I love it.
I got another one. I got another one next week. They can come back and hear "Fuck 'em."
That sounds like your work, and that's an interpretation.
Yeah, that's interpretation. I didn't write a word of that. That's all written by Shel Silverstein, and he does an actual. You can see his version of it on YouTube.
But you put my name in there. You threw Miles.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why. Because you're watching, and yeah, you're right. I did. And sometimes I do that if I'm doing it for a friend. I'll put their name in there.
Beyond my name, it sounded like you. It comes off very.
Well, I've been a big fan of Shel, and been doing this particular one for a long time. And he's got a lot of other stuff. And like I said, I have a new book that was written by the War Resistor League. It's got a lot of stuff in it of songs. And I can't sing. I couldn't carry a tune unless it was, I don't know. I'm not a singer. I'm not a singer, but
people's tunes. I don't remember them. I don't remember the note. But when I hear somebody singing it, I think I can do it. I'm like a shower.
Yeah, well, I can mimic. I can mimic. In our early marriage, my wife got me involved in a choir at the All Souls Unitarian. They good people, and so they let me sing in the choir. Well, the guy next to me was a good singer, so I just tried to mimic his sound, and it didn't sound too bad. I could, as long as I wasn't too loud. You couldn't be real loud. And then when he had to go, I don't know, he left, and then that all kind of.
Yeah, choir.
I have a
leader will call you out quick. A trained singer or a choir leader will call you out quick or just stop the whole.
Well, I was in my junior year of high school. I went to the choir. I joined the choir class because my buddy Jim he sang. He had a decent voice. He understood. He played the trumpet, so he could hear notes and stuff. Right. He said, "Man, there's lots of girls. Man, it's about all girls." I was like, "Wow, that's a class I want to be in." So I went, but then I think after the second class, she said, "You need to find someplace else to go, Georgia." So I went to the theater class. That's what she suggested. So that's what I did.
Cool.
And took a theater production. That's kind of where I got into learning, lighting, staging.
That's a good lesson anyway, right?
Yeah, it's a better lesson. Same thing I had with football. I went out for football. I was not good at it. The coach called me in and said, "Hey, you got enthusiasm, you got heart, but you're a junior in high school, and I'm telling you right now, I'll probably pay you the last game of your senior year you'll play. Other time you're gonna be sitting on the bench. You're just not there. Take too long." So he said, "I want to introduce you to Coach Jones." Coach Jones came in. He was a cross country coach, and talked with him. And he said, "Why don't you come and practice tomorrow? Let's see what happens." And I did. And we went to we won the Kansas City League that year, and we went to state and placed 6 out of about 500 boys. So yeah, it changed my life in terms of knowing that you can do something with a team and be individual, because cross country is a lot of individual. You're out there running against the clock, and you're running against your teammates because you want to beat them too. You're really running against the clock. I mean, somebody might take off and be way ahead of you, but at the end of the game, you might just be passing him up.
It's a sport that really calls on will.
On
one's own self-awareness or one's ownership.
Well, then I did that for 1 year, and then I got introduced to college and that whole scene. And my senior year, I got introduced to making money and having money in a car. And man, sports wasn't that
fire. When I was a kid, it's so corny maybe, but one of my favorite.
Chariots of Fire. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Running.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you letting me read these. I mean,
I'm so happy
I enjoy it.
So happy that you're doing it. It's then this week and last week for folks who don't know, you can check out last week's episode as well, where Papa Biz debuted his oral interpretation. And
last week was a very I haven't gotten a hold of Bill. I've sent some fillers out to him to let him know we're doing his stuff. So I guess I'm going to try to. I do have a phone number. I think I'm just going to call him. See if he lives in Hawaii, but he would be ahead of us, so it'd be fine. He'd be in the afternoon.
My brother Pete Doctor is going to be with us this coming Wednesday on Stand Down Live. I want to tell.
And he's from Hawaii.
Yeah, he's in Hawaii, and he's part of the VFP Rock chapter, which is Okinawa. I'm not sure of the chapter number, but he's we're gonna do a deep dive on what's happening in Okinawa, the US dollars being wasted on building a base, an unwanted base that can't be built in mayonnaise like marshmallow like soil, soft soil underneath the seabed. The trying to build a new base that the people don't want. The democratically elected governors of Okinawa keep getting ignored by the Japanese government. So we're going to do a deep dive on this, and when's
that going to air?
That's going to be this coming Wednesday on Stand Down Live at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right.
We're going to try to get somebody from Okinawa as well to be on the webinar, be on the live stream. Time zone.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand what's happening in Okinawa is happening actually all over the world. At 800 military installations all over the world. That's not counting. I don't think that's counting in America, but I could be wrong about that. I'm not real sure. But I know there's a total at least 800 military institutions, installations around the world that our tax dollars are. And if reality really would sink into American people, maybe this is just me, but the international corporations I think probably play a big part in why we're all around the world. When the government of America wants us to believe it's for our protection, I think we're so powerful, ain't nobody going to attack us. They ain't crazy. So we don't need all of those people other than to support a bigger structure, which is an international corporate structure of the 660 billionaires in America. How many do you think there are around the world?
You know
in
what?
China, Russia.
I think if you really look to it, it's arms money. It's the same money that's in arms deals and oil is controlling everything that we're dealing with.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
you know,
yeah, it's not really not. It's I just don't understand.
They're informed. They're informed. They're the smart. They have some of the smartest people in the world around them. They know what they're doing. They just don't care. They don't care. That's the end of the story. And that's why business continues as usual. And we're
business. Other countries around the world in the last 4 years have turned of what America has even. Well, actually, what it's done internally, but it's just allowed a lot of other major countries, especially, I mean, our biggest competitor in the world is China. And so it just allowed them.
In green energy development, other countries are blowing past us.
Yeah. Well, that's because we don't want to. It's like if I put solar panels on my house, which my house is not set up for, because too many trees around. I'd have to ask my neighbors to cut down their trees. I don't think that's going to happen. So, but if I did, then the power companies are saying, wait a minute, we want to buy the extra power back. But since we own the lines, we want to charge you for it. So even if I had a setup, I couldn't even probably set up my own windmill and my own solar stuff. And if I had too much power and you live down the road, I couldn't sell you that power. Not in Missouri anyway. Now you might be able to do that in Texas because you're dealing with a different, but in Missouri, you're dealing with federal energy policies. In Texas, you're dealing with Texas energy policies, which a lot of people, I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how Texas was set up, but we sure have learned a lot about it.
And I don't
there was people who did.
I know, I'm sure people did, but most of the average American like you and
no.
You know, unless you're in energy, or maybe you were in
I mean, Colorado wanted to sell them some energy. They said, we have extra, we can sell it to you, but they had no way to get on their grid. How do they have their own grid? They're not hooked up to any national grid like Missouri, Alabama. If you run short of power, something happened down there, your power plants blew up.
Yeah.
Mississippi could say, wait a minute, we can pump over, we hook onto your line by the push of computer buttons, and boom, they're there. Texas, of course.
You're independent. You're independent.
Oh, yeah.
That's the fierceness of America, right? Like I've got this American flag behind me with Veterans for Peace over it. It's the only way I can really fly that thing so-called upright. And for that, I'm going to do air quotes because, you know, having the stars and stripes at the top for me doesn't make sense.
What do you think about that?
I love this symbol.
Whoa! Oh well, there went the flag.
The hand with the sun. It's a sun, but it's the eye, right? Is it the knowing eye?
Leaf. It's a cannabis leaf.
Oh, is it? Oh, I couldn't. Okay.
Does it says smoky?
Well, now y'all see how good I can see.
Oh, so okay. Yes. So I just said, well, you know, I'll stick this flag in here and make it like a peace sign. See?
Okay.
So anyway, I was trying to be all artsy, but I'm not artsy.
This country was built on hemp and cannabis. This country was built on the abundance of hemp, cannabis, and hemp.
Yes, it was.
And then to turn it,
you were penalized if you did.
Was it World War I or World War II? The hemp for victory. That was World War II, right?
Yeah, hemp for victory is World War II.
And then we
didn't make hemp illegal until 1937. That's when the Tax Act was passed, the first one. Although California passed something in 1919 to deal with, but it wasn't hemp. It was pot, marijuana, because the workers bringing it up from Mexico.
I got a song called Electric Relaxation that I did.
Electric Relaxation.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it right now and I'm gonna throw it in the chat for y'all. It's a free song. It's on my Bandcamp page. It's made on the Tribe Called Quest beat by the same name, Electric Relaxation. So I did it because for me it was like, I could make a song about a bong, and then in doing it, I got into all of this heavy history about I'm just gonna throw this in the chat for y'all. It's a free download because I can't sell it because it's Tribe Called Quest's beat. So I got into all this heavy history about cannabis and the prohibition and how it all happened and everything. So all of it is in that song. Like the whole history, I guarantee you, the whole history, the whole.
Well, now you live. Alrighty. Well, I'll be listening close because I see myself as a pretty expert on the history of cannabis in America and how we got where we are today.
You see me, right? You hear me? You hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. I see you. I hear you.
I'm gonna do an acapella for y'all.
Well, lay it on me, man.
Put the batteries in and push the button. Take a little pull. You will feel something. You say you don't feel it? We know you bluffing. Bill didn't inhale. Come on, why was he puffing? Like Barack said, yo, that's the point. Do you like the bong, the blunt, or the joint? Do you lick the L or wet your fingers? Light them back to back or let it linger? Not for beginners, let's vaporize. My whole crew's winners, we don't tape the eyes. Stay live, keep building and chase the highs. Make a plan to help the nation legalize. Supply side economics, seeking you'll find no better way to make a sinking one suddenly thrive. They say I'm crazy. Well, I got 5, just doing what I can to keep the culture alive. Got a one-hit bat with a grind on the side. I keep a full with that good like the color of lime. And I can't remember what Tip says right here, Q-Tip says, but it's almost on. Keep it good with the color of lime. When I have a little time, I like to open my eyes. I close my eyes and I open my mind. You see, the possibles are infinite like souls in time. I got this life and I'm living it and shaking the vine. Yo, we're fucking divine. So I'm shaking the tree because here's one truth that nobody told me. Yo, smoking weed is fine. It sets your mind free. So break your paradigm and break a dime with me. I'll break it down, you'll see. It's nothing but a herb meant to spice up your life and flavor your nerves, make you savor what you heard, and it'll save your herd. And it's never taken a life. Just say if you heard. Otherwise, I'll supply. Just sit back and observe. Since man recorded time, man smoked herb. Cannabis was used for the first paper on earth. Wait up. What you think cave women used to ease birth? Did man invent the wheel or fire first? Come on, it don't take genius to see what the plant's worth. From America's birth, her first mandated crop, watch hemp for victory. Tell the madman to stop. It's at the top of the list, above cocaine, with no therapeutic use. Man, that's fucking insane. We all know if you got cancer, it'll ease your pain. They got us running from the Cure Rick Simpson fame. Mary Jane heals cells and inhibits mutation. Cannabis oil to cancer? Eradication. So don't take that pill full of radiation or believe that reefer madness will destroy the nation. It's just greedy corporations and conspiracy facts. You see, the real threat ain't how would they tax weed. It's that industrial hemp gives us everything we need. So, and I did it all on beat, and I knew the lyrics at the time, and it came off.
Yes. You about hit everything that you need to know about the that's what we need. We need to do a quick. That was nice. You do a quick thing about the history of cannabis, and people can learn about
healing of the nations, brother.
Yeah.
It's and I feel like I live in this state. I know people think I'm always high, because I have.
Well, I am, so they can think what they want.
I have these low eyes. Like I've always had these low, like my eyes are like slits.
Yeah. Well, my eyes, I have a little slant. I have Native American blood, so sometimes my eyes get kind of, I tell them it's just my native eyes kicking
I
in.
live in this state of elation. I live in a state of elation. I live in a state of happiness, a state of joy. So,
Well, I try to.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this song with y'all. This is Best Days of My Life. I think that's apropos. And I think folks seem to be winding down. We've been on for an hour and a half.
Mhm.
So they've enjoyed the conversation about hemp, and folks are with us a little bit. Maybe not so much feeling that. I wonder what states people are from. I know we got folks from Kansas and California. So
And Missouri. Sarah's from Missouri.
Oh, okay, she's not from Kansas.
No, she don't live in Kansas. Oh my goodness, no. No, unless she moved. I don't
This is
think
a local
so.
beer.
Yeah.
This is a delicious beer. It's my favorite beer in the world right now.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, we're not doing commercials though. So
No, we don't need to know no name.
nope.
No name, no name. All right, man.
Whoa. Wrong song.
Oh, making up the lyrics as we go along.
I finally made it, impatiently waiting. 18's about to be the greatest year of my life. I got no kids, no wife, no hating, no obligations, except the signed contract of my life. I give a form, be gone, make a love song with my own car, the GI Bill and home loan, smoking homegrown when I'm at home, never alone with smoking. We stay in the zone, I get them open, bringing the best back to base, introduced after basic. Now I love the taste. Keep on roll, always take one to the face. Posters of smoking Bob and George up in my place. That's George Washington on Rushmore. Surprise inspections I'd have to flush my blood more with teas and waters before. Piss test, just how well for I confess. These are supposed to be the best days of my life. It don't matter what I choose to do. I'm free and supposed to be making my way in life. I won't master more moves for you. It seems I'm supposed to America. We always just America. I just clash with your rules and views. These are supposed to be the best days of my life. The best days of my life. The best days of my life. Hearted jarhead, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was taught to kill, and I was always hunting. Off season or on, looking for the targets. Sold weed, shoplifted, robbed the corner markets. Knocked niggas out and treated women like bitches. A cold motherfucker with a code full of glitches. This is what I can say the core created. A time when many assault were very aggravated. To have seen combat, I would have been elated. This chance would have it, I never made it. Yes, I was dedicated to my God and country. Salute the flag, then get caught in the street. These are supposed to be the best days of my life. It don't matter what I choose to do. I'm free and supposed to be making my way in life. I won't master my rules for you. It seems I'm supposed to leave. We always just strike. I just clash with your rules and views. These are supposed to be the best days of my life. The best days of my life. The best days of my life. 22, fresh out the service, feeling worthless. Living with my aunt, no job and no purpose. I ain't made a payment on my car in months. Yeah, I know about repos, but didn't think once that they would come for me. They didn't think twice. Struggling on job hunts on foot ain't nothing nicer over Georgia. Ain't for the working poor with sidewalks and bus schedules. Ain't for sure, that's for sure. Still didn't get my act together. Well on the way down the road to never going anywhere in life. Nowhere approaching fast. No benefits from years of being treated like trash. No cash. Karma's a mean ass female dog. Down to your last, and still gotta hear the bark right before the bite. Preach so many times of possession, my rap sheet would blow. These are supposed to be the best days of my life. It don't matter what I choose to do. I'm free and supposed to be making my way in life. I usually do this song smiling and looking at the camera, so I'm trying something different. I just clash with your rules and views. These are supposed to be. The best days of my life, the best days of my life, the best days of my life.
What's a man to do with no transferable skills? No ethics, desire, morals, or free will. Never taught how to pay bills or live on my own. Forever royal thoughts with no respect for the throne. Thrown forward and back by the winds of change. Getting caught short without changing my ways. In my own way, blocking the aisles. While my own future selves trying to prove they style. Have they passed me by, seeking better days? Are there better ways to express I'm not bitter in any way? I'm here to stay, learn from my mistakes, and I will no longer delay. Pitching my stakes, making my claims. I'm here to participate, carry my weight, and help make the world a better place. I'm ventilate my deepest desires and darkest fears. Let the air out and hope that you're here. I know that you're here. I know that I'm supposed to be the best days of my life. It don't matter what I choose to do. I'm free and supposed to be making my way in life. I won't ask them my moves for you. Now it seems I'm supposed to leave. Every hour's a strike. I just clash with your rules and views. These are supposed to be the best days of my life. The best days of my life. The best days of my life.
What y'all want specifically? North Carolina. I love the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Got 9 people in the room. It's a global peace open mic. My brother's standing up. I'm gonna do another song for y'all. Let's see if I stand up. There's no debate in this one blue planet. You gotta share it. This little rockin' space is third base. Is how God planned it. Souls are commanded. Some understand it. Some don't pray. Please overstand this is greed and lust. I cast away. They manufacture in private poisons as public goods. The finest fight prison pipelines and gentrified hoods. We front polluters flinging fat F's for fish kills. Foreclose on factory farms and forage for a meal. Forever fervent in my defense of the feminine Mother Earth and her medicine messages from forever when ancestors were the residents. Thankful there is evidence in text and monuments and warnings of what's next. How it all connects. Glacial melts and cleared fields. How will my lungs hail? How will my lungs hail? God's willing we kneel or sacrificially be vegan. I stand for peace and sign the Paris Climate Agreement. Seek meaning in every meeting, completing and not competing, believing and not deleting scientific truth and teaching. My beliefs based in the fact, real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. You know she's tired. We've been doing it a long time. It's our generation. We are the ones we've been waiting for. If not us, who? If not now, when? I say peace to every single being who can feel me. Please let the flaws of man proceed freely. I don't take any. Leave these jewels and I'm Betty. Bounce. Anti-war announcements and I'm jetty. Get out of here. I'm for the people I'm allowed to be. I'm in here. Can't nobody take this person out of me. You in here. You about to hear what we about to see a future. For all our future generations, harmony. Guardians don't need guarding. No more greed, no more misogyny. My God, this modern world is an assault on our arteries. Gaia's been downgraded and garnished for our fantasies. Imagine walking and running for hundreds of miles and still you can't be free. Fill the streets, fill the squares, make this heaven on earth. Local grown, global home, for the better or worse. Farmers markets, earth domes, make it pop with the perks. This is real, face of mass extinction, what could be worse? Put science first, for the earth, the only one that we got. Then go to synagogue, church, and mosque, and pray a whole lot. My beliefs based in the fact that real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real, let's take care of the earth, y'all. We gotta put her first. No one else could do it but us. The time is now. We are the ones. We gotta do it. Tired of us, man. We don't want our mother to be tired of us.
How you sound having your mother tired of you? It don't even make sense. It's time to rise up. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know this is Veterans for Peace. I know y'all are veterans. I know y'all have been in the worst of the worst. Let's do it.
That's what we need, what we want.
We need love. We need love. We need love. We need love. I said wash your hands, get it right. Good hygiene can save your life. Keep your hands out your face, especially in a public place. Not least the last, wear a mask. Take that class from Meg site. Save a life, taking doc's advice. Not lie to life, no bleaching taste. With a yes and a no. Economies close over pathogens we can detect. The long incubation time in DNA fake and make the chain look correct. When in fact you could be infected, impact your loved ones with that neglect. Let's face it, the president's basic. Unlike his office, this needs respect and love. No fear now, we need love. No fear. Yo, much love to Biden and Kamala for doing the 100-day mask mandate. It's been lovely. People got to keep going. They can't be Neanderthals. I feel you. I value my freedoms, defend our rights, and I tweet it to let you know. With a post on the gram, long form on Facebook, YouTube, with the live show. Our lives are material, pouring the spiritual milk for this physical flow. Don't sit back and watch as we get to march and let's see how far we go. Stop spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine. Close contact and bumping into me in stores ain't happening. I'm not dying for a country that just sees me as a good again. They don't even see me unless it's because of questioning me. Like, what you want, man? I want love.
No fear now.
Give me love.
No fear now.
I need love.
No fear now.
You need love.
No fear now.
We want love.
No fear now.
Believe love.
No fear now.
I hear love.
No fear now.
Speak love.
No fear now.
Hubris makes us vulnerable. Also quite intolerable, thinking we the best to pull over these vegetables. I ain't living miserable. Race and hate ain't invisible. Take a knee, indivisible. Why my rights ain't admissible? If king is capital, queen is corona. If he holds the crown, she is the owner. Who is the master? Who's the controller? Will he give it up? Will she pass us over with some love?
No fear now.
Get that
love. No fear now.
We need
love. No fear now.
Some more.
Love. No fear now.
It's only.
No fear now.
It's easy.
Love. No fear now.
Please give it.
No fear now.
Please feel it.
No fear now.
It's not diamonds. Oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. I want diamonds. Oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. I need love. No fear now. Where you at, Papa Biz? Papa Biz, man.
I'm right here, man. I'm right here.
Brother.
Yeah, I had to stand up a little bit, move a little bit, exercise a little bit, dance a little bit.
I saw you standing up. I was like, let me keep going.
Yeah, just keep. I'm just moving around. It's all good.
Yeah. Cool.
It's all good.
Oh, check out China. Things Fall Apart. I love Things Fall Apart. Oh yeah, Chuna Achebe. And there's another book he wrote as well. I read both of them. He's written. I know he's written more than that, but I've read Things Fall Apart, and there's another one right around the same vein that I've read as well. I have three bookcases upstairs. We have four. We actually have one in the boys' room as well. And half of the books are mine, half my wife's. And my wife's, not my wife. It sounded like plural. My wife's.
Oh, well, you got more than one, huh? If it is, what they don't know about each other, so keep it that way.
None of that.
Oh, brother, it's been fun tonight. I appreciate hanging out with you, man. I enjoy it, and maybe
somebody asked for a freestyle. Was it Paul Gregory earlier?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if he's around, but
he's with us.
He's with us.
Oh
yeah. No, it says check out
Yeah, he wants
Oh
me to
yeah.
check out and I'm not pronouncing it right. Things fall apart, but and this is is he Kenyan or is he South African? The writer, and he's writing
Don't
about
know.
uh this book is, oh, I can't remember exactly the it's right here. It's like I know exactly what it is. And I want to freestyle about it, but it's like lost in this mix
Yeah.
of life. Um and being live on camera and being asked to freestyle. 947, irreverent referencing time, leveraging limes to lemons, sweeter licorice lines. Do you make it bitter or find the diamond in the mine? I'm the one digging deeper every time. Find me lost in the tunnel, lost in the sauce. Of course, there's a funnel. Of course, I'm off course. I know it's not about things fall apart, but I'm a man on a horse. I'm riding a full part. This could be a stallion, and I'm taking my part. I'm going around the track. I'm taking the whole park. I ain't going back. I'm always looking forward. People got my back,
Hmm.
and I ain't gonna fall quick. See, I'm a stalwart. That's where it goes, man.
I can't do that, so that's cool. I just I try to feel a little bit of the vibe that you're putting, and that's nice. Nice.
um,
I mean, I think it's
I'm,
amazing that like I've always said, brother, to you, it's amazing that all them words are inside your head and they just boom, 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 pop
I
there.
need to,
I mean, do you practice stuff or that was just like,
that was totally in this moment.
yeah, yeah, right. That was just something you were just
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
Because, so I don't practice specific freestyles. No, by no means.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, well, yeah, I did kind of meant that in a way,
Nah,
practicing.
that would be horrible.
It's kind of like, well, I don't know. It's kind of like doing improv. People practice doing improv. They give themselves.
I freestyle to myself, and I freestyle in the car. I freestyle with my boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you're
driving.
practicing.
Yeah,
You're keeping that. You're keeping those that pattern of what you're doing, in your head.
Yes.
Okay. So if it's with the boys in the car, if it's in the shower, if it's walking down the road with the dogs, whatever, you
Right.
know. So that's what I mean. It's not really practicing. It's just you have that sense of rhythm.
Yeah, it's being comfortable with putting words and their meanings together.
Right.
At least the semblance of meaning I can gather with the theme or context of what I'm trying to assemble in this line, and also allowing, because you're really allowing. You're not. I don't think it's forcing. You're allowing yourself the freedom. We naturally rhyme. Humans naturally rhyme when we talk.
Yeah, I try to. I rhyme sometimes. Whoops, I just did. What do you know?
If you just
Yeah.
so if you if you trust in the process, then you stay on. If you can stay on a beat or pattern, or stay on the theme, in this case the topic, then you'll find the pattern. The pattern will create itself, and you trust in the process, and you allow the creator, because you're like, I'm here as you know a conduit. I'm here as a channel for divine creation. When I do my music, when I write, when I freestyle, when I do my art.
That's the frame of mind you're in at the time.
This is how I live. This is how I live my life.
Yeah.
So this is like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is, and I don't share this because it sounds
No, it's cool. I understand where you come from, brother. I really do.
So I live my life I believe strongly in valuing the moment, and I live with my true purpose to be a conduit for love and compassion, and I live in the moment. And so when I freestyle, I allow myself to find the pattern.
Mhm.
I allow myself to fall into a pattern, and I trust in the process that what's going to come out is going to be relevant to both the topic, the moment, and you know, yeah.
So let me ask you this: when did the rapping or the idea of taking these words in your head and when did you first feel like, man, I can do this? I can actually make something happen with words and rhyme and say something that hopefully people will want to hear, you know. And if I make money with it, that's just cherry on top. Kind of how I see your music. I mean, I'm saying that you put more into what you want to say than saying what will get it played on radio or on NPD or, you know, that kind of stuff.
I've been making music since I was in high school. So
high school is when you felt the
my Chris Miles is my homie from back in the senior year, maybe junior year of high school, and he had a 2-track or a 4-track. He had I don't remember what it was, but it was a very simple recorder, and he could make very simple beats. And we got together before I ever went to the Marine Corps. And we made raps. We made simple tracks back then. And then I went to the Marine Corps. My man IQ taught me how to format my raps, and he put me on.
So
stage.
this was a cat that you met in the Marine Corps?
Yeah, we were in the same battalion. He was a machine gunner. He was a 50 cal gunner. I was a mortarman. We were in the same battalion in North Carolina, and 3-8. We were a 3-8 most heavily deployed unit in the Marines. Had we been in combat at that time, I would have seen combat, you know.
You would have.
Yeah, because you got to figure, I went to Cuba for a year. I went to Okinawa for a year. I did CAX twice.
They were just waiting for some shit to break off and you be there.
We constantly trained. They were waiting for something to happen. But he taught me how to format my bars, and he
cool.
It was him. It was IQ. Double Dozier. Double Dozier was from DD. Double D was from he was from New Jersey, and IQ was from North Carolina. He was from Greensboro, I believe, and then myself, and I was C Styles, Crazy Styles, and he was like, that shit is corny, and I came up with Syph. He gave me Syph, and Syph was crushing individuals playing hard, Cypher. And so I was always a freestyler. But then when I met my wife, I just, I stopped rapping. I stopped going out to the club, and I started staying home and getting into myself a lot more. And then, so I kind of lost the sharpness of my sword a little bit, but for the freestyle battle. But I still love to freestyle, you know?
Yeah. Well, you gotta, it's a gift. There's a lot of stuff happening, man. There's a lot of stuff happening when people do that, you know.
Thanks for asking, brother.
Yeah. But I've enjoyed tonight. And I hope people will spread the word, and we'll be here until you take your medical hiatus, and we'll be back for sure.
I think what people don't kind of understand about this, the format of the show, maybe artists are kind of like, I don't want to do an open mic, and they're like, why should I be involved in this? The idea is to have constant music going, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we had artists, we wouldn't be sitting here talking. I guarantee you. That's not what I want to be here for.
Right.
Is what I'm hearing you say.
Right. We don't want to do it as talk radio. We want to have artists on the stage. Right. But I also don't want to make it the Mega Syph platform where I come on here and I rap for an hour or 2 hours, which I could do, but that's not what this is. You know, this is the if we have enough artists on here, I don't want to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I want to have 10 or 15 artists on, so many artists in the queue that I don't have to rap. Honestly, this is like something of mine that seems to be incurable. It's a part of my life. I keep creating stages. I created stages before I ever came to Veterans for Peace. When I came to Veterans for Peace, my charge was to create stages and create platforms and opportunities for artists. And now we're in COVID era, and here I am creating a stage and a platform. So it's just what I do. So artists, let me put the banner up. We haven't run the banner in about 45 minutes. Let's run the banner to end the show. And yeah, this is just I did my freestyle for we did the freestyle. We talked about freestyle. We talked about it, the science behind it, and the philosophy. So, and then there's so much you can go into. You can go into so much about freestyle, right? Like, is it
well, it's
pre-written and something you're not doing to that beat? Is it thoughts you've had before? Is it, what is it, right? For me, it's usually free verse. What I did here tonight was free verse. That little, however many, whatever minute that it was, I don't know, a few little lines. It was all free verse.
Yeah.
In that moment, you know, inspiration. And
sounds
so,
good.
Yeah, I love y'all. I love you, Papa Biz.
Thank you, brother. I hope that you'll this next week that you have a good, positive week, and we will be back next Friday right here. Except these things ain't that damn comfortable. They do hurt the ears a little bit.
That's why I did the speaker off the head tonight. I couldn't do it. I told you for
but hours. Like right now, I can hear you just fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Because I'm hearing you through your speakers and you hear me just fine.
We'll put out the call again. Yes, I hear you. We'll put out the call again for our artists, for artists I don't know and artists I do know. We'll put out the call again. And when you come, you come. When the time is right for you, you come on over. We come and have a good party. We've had a bunch of really talented artists on here, so y'all should check the archives. I think we're only on week 8. I think this is week 8 or week 9.
Week 9.
Week 9.
Week 9.
Y'all check out the first in the first week. It was just the two of us, not Jess, because that's dope dope anyway. But
well, you can say that for me. I don't hurt my feelings.
We had a bunch of shows where we had 2 guests each night.
Yes, we did. I think the first night was your buddy that did the open mic thing for Vets for Peace, remember? And we had a little technical problems, but we got it worked out. Wasn't that the first night?
No.
Yeah.
He was the second night. Maybe he was the first night. Maybe Dialect and Ben were the first night. Maybe.
But you know what they say. Got stoned and missed it.
I got stoned and missed it.
That's
wish I got stoned. Yeah. I want to get stoned like a witch.
Well, I'm that way every day. It's part of my life. It's my lifestyle.
Stoned and
some people can't do it. But
let's end it with a freestyle. All
right, I will say good night to you, brother. Thank you so much. Are we going to hang around afterwards? You want to hang around a bit?
No, we can say good night, brother. We can say good night. I'm not going to freestyle alone. I was going to freestyle with you on camera.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm just saying after we get through, do you want to hang around a bit or do you got to go? You know, after we get through broadcasting or streaming. Got to use the right fucking terminology.
I don't know. I think we should just end it and say good night to everybody. We love y'all. We'll see you later. All right. Peace and love. Peace and light.
All right.